Good morning. Welcome back to Green Light the Day. Happy Monday. This is Kelly, and I am here to start your week off. I am going to be actually sharing with you kind of how I spent last Monday. I did tell you all last week was pre-recorded because I went to Atlantic City with my husband, and I don't know how to edit. I'm still doing my videos with a camera, so I'm just going to show you some of the pictures as I turn you around of the beach. It was gorgeous. We took a bike ride for 10 miles on the Monday, and it was really windy, but we sat on the pier, and the pier was even shaking. It was just gorgeous, and we ate breakfast on the pier. I had picked up some egg sandwiches, and I was just really moved by, how do I say, the symbolism that I felt when I was on the pier. And I get power or feel power from nature and its beauty, and I also find peace. I felt in my glory in heaven as I was sitting on the pier having my breakfast, and my husband had decided to take off and go a little further. He wanted to look at some things, and I wasn't quite ready to leave the spot, so I had stayed overlooking the pier. And as I sat there thinking and in awe of all of nature's beauty, I realized so much of the symbolism, the wind in my face, and how hard it was to stand up and view the beautiful portion with the wind blowing me. It had knocked my bike over. It was very, very windy. And when we went to go eat breakfast, we had decided to move because the wind was blowing so much. We said, okay, let's try and have the wind at our back. And I said, you know what? I like the view better on the other side. And yeah, the wind's in our face, but that's okay. So anyway, I'm going to share my journal with you that I journaled about that experience. And I will try and go fast so this vlog isn't too long. And I entitled it, Wind in My Face. I never thought about the wind being a metaphor for life until yesterday, as I stood on the pier in AC looking over the ocean as the wind blew so hard that the pier shook. Yet the sun shined through the clouds and sent a clear message of beauty, blessings, and gratitude. The wind was so powerful it knocked over the bike I was riding and was pushing my body. I went to eat breakfast, so I moved my seat to have the wind at my back to make it easier to eat. What I realized was that I liked the view better when the wind was in my face, so I moved back over. That's when it hit me, how similar this was to my life, being in the face of the wind or in the face of controversy or struggle. It's so much easier to have the wind at our backs, or ignore the injustices, or bend to what others want us to do or say. But through the pain and the struggles comes growth. It wasn't by chance that the view was better with the wind in my face, blowing me back as I tried to eat or admire my view. How many times has life pushed me back or knocked me down, only to test my resolve, to get back up and push me back even stronger than I was before. Many times it would have been easier for me to go with the crowd instead of stand alone on my principles. But at the end of the day, I look in the mirror, I am proud of who I am and what I see. I continue to choose to stand in the wind. The view inevitably is always better. Don't we appreciate things so much more when we have worked for them? So much of that moment spoke to me. The waves crashing hard on the sand, representing all of the years I have spent trying to balance making others happy along with myself. At the end of the day, I only have control over me. So let me do the things that make me happy. I know this seems like such a simple concept, but it has taken me this long to finally implement it, not only into my life, but into my spirit and soul. It is so freeing to give myself permission to do what makes me happy without guilt. The universe/God has been speaking to me so loud this trip to AC. Sitting in a place of gratitude has opened more doors than I can count. As I sit here and write on the beach, it was raining when I came out. But I trusted that it would all work out, and after I set myself up, not only did it stop raining, but a hole in the clouds opened and the sun shined on the water. It was so beautiful, I couldn't help but say thank you out loud for God giving me that beauty. Then the whole sky shined for 5 minutes on my face and everywhere, as if he was giving me a hug. And I gotta say, that's really what it felt like for me. When the sun finally came out after it being cloudy all morning and just shine through the clouds, I couldn't help but, as I was writing, just say thank you. And then when it totally shined all over for about 5 minutes, I just truly felt that it was God saying, here's a hug for appreciating what I have to offer. And it just, I don't know, it felt amazing. It really felt amazing, and I was just really moved. I just kept saying thank you as I stopped writing to enjoy the moment shared with God's presence, then continued to write, enjoying the beauty, even on a cloudy day. The sound of the beach is like a song to me, the waves crashing, the seagulls talking, the wind blowing. It all brings me peace and strength from within. And although I am not in AC today, this Monday, I still have the memories of that trip and the journal that I can go back to read and remember the poignant moments and reflect on my growth and how much I've learned throughout my journey and the paths that I've taken. And sometimes I lose my way, sometimes I'll stumble and fall, but we pick ourselves back up, and I know without a doubt I can pick myself back up, dust myself back off, and be on my way again with a hop, skip, and a jump, and a little wiggle and dance as I go. I feel good about my choices. I feel good about the work that I've done to get to where I am. And it's far from perfect. I'm far from perfect. But it also feels good to know that you all are my safety net as well. That I can lean on you if I need to. I don't have to do this alone. And I know I've talked about this 1,000 times, but it makes all the difference. It makes all the difference. So thanks, guys. Thanks for listening. Thanks for letting me share, because it's just wonderful. It was such a wonderful experience that I even told my husband, we need to retire overlooking some body of water. That's what I need. That much I know, because I just find peace and calm and power from overlooking a body of water. Have a great week, guys. See you next Monday.